All right, guys, Madden 20 time. Immediately, I have to admit, I didn't actually test the tight ends as much as Chris probably did. So why don't you tell us, what are some of the obvious things that you noticed immediately loading into Madden 20 for the first time at the tight end position?
So tight ends, really interesting. Literally like taking a page out of the book, I should say, from the wide receivers, okay? All of a sudden, the route running is very important. When I was playing on the hardest setting against the CPU, okay? The really good tight ends were getting open against like bump coverage very easily, okay? And I really like that because tight ends aren't gonna be fast. We've had a look at all of the speeds in the game. There are not very many fast tight ends out there, okay? And you're not gonna necessarily rely on that. You're gonna want the really big-bodied, slow, good route running tight ends, okay? And I think, are gonna be a huge part of the game this year.
Yes.
One thing I noticed that I absolutely love, physical player models, okay?
Oh, this is huge.
They actually matter in MUT now. So in other words, we were seeing if you were leading a tight end to the inside away from a corner, even though the corner might be sitting in his hip pocket, the tight ends turn their entire bodies
and they're too big
to shield the ball, just like they would in the NFL, and make a possession catch. It's so awesome. High pointing a tight end. So we're gonna talk about DBs later in another video, but if you go to high point your tight end, okay, even if there's a user nearby or a click on user who goes for a look, more often than not, the height of the tight end wins out. We did a lot of 50-50 balls, just lobbing it up on competitive mode against really good DBs, and the tight ends were coming down with the ball literally 70% of the time, if not an incompletion.
They're beginning to play the role that they were meant to play, as we see in the real NFL. We didn't play it as both of the Seahawks and the Chargers, and I noticed that Hunter Henry, not that I was planning to get him the ball, but he was becoming open, and he became a big part of my offensive scheme, rolling in with the Chargers, whereas whoever the Seahawks have at tight end right now wasn't making the same sort of openness on the field. And that's something I think is going to be very huge in the game mode, depending on which team you're using. If you can utilize the tight end position, that's just another thing you've got to worry about on defense.
Yep, you bet. And I actually, while we think that like budget beast wide receivers, because speed isn't going to be as important, it looks like this year right now, I think you might find budget beast tight ends though, especially if you can find like a tackle who can catch. Oh my God, like a Donald Penn. Villanueva getting out there. But it's massive. So physicality, the actual physical player model in the game makes a difference now, especially leading passes as well. Very important. Tight ends are muscling out those DBs.
Yep.
They're winning the high balls. We didn't see a single interception lobbed into triple coverage even. We only saw incompletions, high pointing tight ends. So tight end play really important.
Use them the way you would use tight ends in the real NFL. And that's going to go for a lot of the different players and their positions in Madden 20.
Last chance, 4th and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up, cause you know we stay frosty. I take my frosty chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. Mutt master YouTuber, come on, let's give it a whirl. Mutt Madden Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Staying frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, you know them gods will be slain.